Attention passionate Baltimore Ravens fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Baltimore Ravens' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Baltimore Ravens fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Baltimore, RAVENS fans. Let's get to the news. The Baltimore Ravens are making waves on the trade front, and all signs point to a seismic move that could reshape their secondary and ultimately their entire defensive identity. Rumors have been swirling around a potential blockbuster trade sending J.C. Horn from the Carolina Panthers to Baltimore. And if it comes to fruition, it could be one of the most significant defensive upgrades in recent Ravens history. And believe me, Ravens fans, this isn't just insider chatter. It's a move that could elevate Baltimore's defense into an elite stratosphere, especially with the playoffs looming and the division tightening up. Now, let's set the stage here. The Ravens, sitting at 1-2 after a roller coaster start to the season, are already looking to bolster their squad. The secondary, which has been decent but not quite at the top-tier level needed to contend deep into January, is the primary target. In particular, the addition of J.C. Horn, a cornerback with a proven track record and a profile that screams shutdown, could be the missing piece in Baltimore's puzzle. Horn, currently with the Panthers, has been a standout when healthy, and his profile as a lockdown corner is exactly what the Ravens need to take their pass defense from good to elite. Sources close to NFL scouting circles have indicated that the trade talks are heating up as we approach the deadline on November 4th. The deal, if finalized, would involve Baltimore sending a first-round pick along with a backup cornerback to Carolina. The Panthers, who are sitting at 0-3 for 2025 and clearly in a rebuild mode, are eyeing a tank with their current struggles, especially with Bryce Young's inconsistent start under center, completing just 56% of his passes and struggling to find rhythm. With their secondary ranking around 25th in the league, allowing over 265 yards per game through the air, and giving up too many big plays, it's no wonder they're looking to cut costs and recoup assets to rebuild their future. Meanwhile, the Ravens see this as an opportunity to cement their secondary as one of the best in the AFC. Adding Horn, who has a career total of 185 tackles, 8 interceptions, and 45 pass deflections, would dramatically alter their coverage schemes. In 2024, Horn posted an impressive PFF grade of 88.6, showcasing his ability to lock down top receivers and make game-changing plays. So far in 2025, through 3 games, he's accumulated 16 tackles, an interception, and 5 pass deflections, with a target rate of just 18% and a completion allowed rate of only 40%. His EPA per target of -0.25 and YAC allowed of just 3.2 yards per catch demonstrate his disruptive presence on the field. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Baltimore Ravens news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. One of the most compelling aspects of Horn's game is his resilience after a hamstring injury in Week 2. He's shown impressive agility, running a 4:39-second 40-yard dash, comparable to Sauce Gardner, and maintaining his ability to mirror top receivers in man coverage. His skill set aligns perfectly with what the Ravens need to bolster their pass defense, which currently allows around 255 yards passing per game, far from the top defenses Baltimore has been known for in recent seasons. With Horn in the fold, the Ravens could see a 30% increase in pass defense efficiency, projecting around 4 interceptions, 15 pass deflections, and an 18% reduction in yards allowed per game. The reasoning behind this move is multifaceted. The Panthers, with their tight cap situation, around $12 million in space, and Bryce Young's early struggles, are prioritizing acquiring draft picks and rebuilding their secondary. Their defensive issues, allowing an average of 30 points per game, underscore the need for a strategic overhaul. By trading Horn, they free up roughly $6 million, which could be redirected toward bolstering their offensive line after a slow rebuild, or investing in other defensive assets. For the Ravens, this trade represents a major step forward. Adding Horn would solidify their cornerback group alongside Marlon Humphrey, creating a formidable shutdown duo that could really lock down top receivers. When paired with a player like Kyle Hamilton, the secondary could see a 16% increase in turnovers, translating into more opportunities for the offense to capitalize. And of course, Lamar Jackson would benefit immensely from a more aggressive, ball-hawking pass defense, which could see an EPA boost of around 0.19 in overall positioning. This move could also serve as a catalyst for the Ravens' overall defensive scheme. With Horn's ability to shadow elite receivers and his knack for forcing incompletions, he's forced 12 so far this season. Baltimore's backfield would become more versatile and aggressive. The team could deploy him in shadow roles for the most dangerous WRs, reducing big plays and opening up more opportunities for turnovers. The secondary would become a top 5 unit, and the entire defense could see a boost in their overall efficiency, perhaps adding around plus 0.12 EPA per play. When we look at the bigger picture, this trade could have significant implications for the Ravens' Super Bowl aspirations. The odds of winning SBLXI, which currently sit at around plus 3.0, could improve dramatically with the addition of a player like Horn. His ability to act as a spy against mobile quarterbacks, think of how he could contain Lamar or other dual-threat QBs, adds a layer of unpredictability that playoff opponents would find tough to handle. It's a move that could boost Baltimore's resilience in cold AFC North battles, especially against teams like the Bengals, where every possession counts in those tight, defensive-driven games. Looking back at the history of Baltimore's defense, this potential acquisition echoes the days of the Legion of Boom, when a dominant secondary carried a team deep into the postseason. The Ravens have always prided themselves on their gritty, physical defense, and adding a player like Horn would reinforce that identity. The secondary would not only be a wall, but a true game-changer, capable of turning the tide of crucial matchups with big plays, interceptions, and shutdown coverage. Of course, every trade comes with risks. The Panthers' move to trade Horn involves giving up a high-value pick, something that could impact Baltimore's draft plans, and a backup cornerback, which is a strategic gamble. But the potential upside far outweighs the risk, especially if Horn can quickly adapt to the Ravens' scheme and stay healthy, as he's proven resilient after his hamstring injury. His agility and ability to match up against the league's top WRs make him a perfect fit for Baltimore's aggressive defense. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade could change the dynamics of the AFC North. The Ravens, already in a position to challenge for a deep playoff run, would have a secondary that rivals the best in the league. Imagine a defense that can consistently limit opponents to under 200 passing yards, forcing more turnovers, and providing Lamar Jackson with the extra support he needs to lead the offense into high-scoring games. With a more formidable pass defense, the Ravens could tighten their grip on the division and make a serious push toward the Super Bowl. The AFC is stacked, no doubt. But with this move, Baltimore positions itself as a team that's not just content with staying competitive. They're aiming to dominate. The addition of Horn could be the piece that pushes them over the edge, transforming their secondary into a fortress akin to the legendary defenses of the past. It's the kind of move that energizes the locker room, excites the fan base, and makes the entire division take notice. And speaking of the Super Bowl, the impact of this trade could be quantified by looking at the odds. Currently at around plus 3.0, the Ravens' chances of winning SBLXI could see a significant boost, especially if Horn's skills translate quickly into game-changing plays. His ability to spy on mobile quarterbacks and shut down top receivers makes him a true X-factor in tight playoff scenarios. It's the kind of move that could turn the tide in critical moments, especially against AFC rivals like the Bengals, where every yard, every turnover, and every big play counts. In conclusion, Ravens fans, this potential trade is more than just a move. It's a statement. It signals Baltimore's commitment to building a dynasty rooted in a relentless, aggressive defense. Horn's rise with the Panthers, reminiscent of the best secondary talents in recent memory, projects him as a future cornerstone for the Ravens. We're talking about a secondary that could be the envy of the league, a unit that embodies the grit, the tenacity, and the strategic brilliance that has defined Baltimore's defense for decades. This trade, if it happens, could be the catalyst for a new era of Ravens football, one where their secondary is not just good, but dominant. It's the kind of move that could resonate through the playoffs, helping Baltimore secure their spot in the Super Bowl and making a serious run at claiming another Lombardi trophy. As fans, we should be excited about the prospects, And of course, stay tuned because more updates are sure to come. The Ravens are making bold moves, and this could be the start of something special. And now, Baltimore Ravens FANS, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to US and TO, the Baltimore Ravens. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Baltimore Ravens news.